Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. This past weekend, CBS News on this is their national evening news had a segment about the Aptera. It was a lot of it was footage from the San Francisco event, but it's on nationwide TV, and even on their YouTube channel, it's gotten 76,000 views in the past 2 days, which is pretty good. So this is some great exposure for Aptera. So I thought we would look at this. It's a short 2-minute segment and see what we think, if there's some good information in here or not.
Finally tonight, hitting the road in a car that doesn't need gas and doesn't need to be charged. In tonight's Weekend Journal, CBS's Itai Hod in San Francisco shows us a vehicle that's rolling into the future.
It's a new twist on traditional travel. No gas or plug required. All this car needs is a tank full of sunshine.
This is the future.
Called the Aptera, this two-seat, three-wheeled car looks more like a flying machine, especially when you open its doors. And wait until you see how you do it.
There you go.
Chris Anthony is Aptera's co-CEO. He says this car, priced at about $35,000, is all about efficiency.
There's combustion vehicles, there's electric vehicles, but there's no vehicle that creates its own fuel throughout the day.
The global solar vehicle market is just revving up from $450 million in 2024 to $2.5 billion in.
Okay, I wanted to stop right there because this was shocking to me. $450 million of solar vehicle market in 2024. I'm wondering, where did they get this from? Because as far as I know, there are no solar vehicles on sale. I mean, Sono tried to do it, Lightyear tried to do it. Aptera is the only one left. I guess unless they're talking about like solar golf carts or something like that. But I can't believe that there's $500 million in sales of that kind of vehicle. And I know that there's no solar vehicles being sold currently in the world right now. So I was wondering where they got that information. And the title of this video is a bit misleading. How this new car runs without gas or electricity. I mean, it's obvious in an electric car, you need electricity. The actual video, makes it clear that there is a plug later on. Although it initially up to this point sounds like there's no plug. So anyways, I looked up this. It says source SkyQuest. So I Googled SkyQuest and global solar vehicle market, and I came up with this. So number one, this is some kind of company that's supposed to give you market information and market analysis and things like that. And you can buy this report for $5,300. I hate to say bad things about these companies, but I don't know that this information they're giving you is worth $5,300 or even free, because I don't believe this information. Like, they're saying that this global solar vehicle market size was $300 million in 2022. I just want to know where those $300 million, where are they getting this from? I try to click methodology and it doesn't really give me any information on how they came up with these numbers. But I'm positive there's not $300 million in solar automobile sales, and I'm pretty sure there's not $300 million in like solar golf cart or lawnmower or motorcycle or scooter sales. They don't exist. I think we would know about it by now. So then they're making some prediction that's going to grow to $1.7 billion by 2031. And that's not even the numbers this quotes. This quotes $450 million in 2024 and $2.5 billion in 2030. Now, what I found is there's this other company doing similar things called Fortune Business Insights, and their numbers seem to stack up. So they're saying that it's going to be 450 in 2023. So that's kind of close. And 2.5 billion. Oh, this is the other one that I found. 2.5 billion by 2032, which is somewhat close to these numbers. There was a third company I found with similar stuff. They're saying that there's 360 million in 2022 and up to 1.4 billion, 1.36 billion by 2023. Interestingly, if you go down here, they talk about, I mean, they're saying that there's going to be lead acid batteries in these things. That just makes no sense. Why would you put lead acid batteries in a solar vehicle? I mean, they're extremely heavy. You need solar vehicles to be lightweight for them to be efficient. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. Um, but they do mention here, like, who are the top players? So they're saying Toyota. Okay, there have been some Toyota concept cars. They list Lightyear. Lightyear is defunct. They don't exist. Volkswagen, Nissan, Aptera. So Aptera is here. Tesla. Not aware that Tesla is making a solar electric car. I mean, Elon talked about putting solar panels on a Cybertruck at some point, but that doesn't look like that's happening. BMW, Hyundai, Mahindra, this is a large Indian company. Venturi Motors, I looked them up. They don't have anything about a solar vehicle. I don't know where they're coming from. Venturi Motors is a small kind of boutique engineering firm, automobile firm. They're like do some speed record driving, and they have some things that are on on lunar rovers and things like that. And then Sono Motors, which we know also now is defunct as a solar vehicle company. So yeah, I do not know how good this information is. They're talking about Lightyear and Sono Motors, and this is supposed to be updated as of March of 2024, which should be after Lightyear and Sono Motors went defunct. So they should know about that. This is supposed to have been updated in November of 2024, but this is even more out of date. So anyways, back to this. I don't know where they get these numbers from. I think their reporter just pulled this. These reports honestly look like something that ChatGPT could have put together, and I don't think reflects reality. But anyway, I think we do expect it to grow. I think the solar vehicle market is probably like far less than 1 million currently this year. And like in my mind, it's completely unpredictable to know how big the market's going to be. It's definitely going to be bigger than it is now. And I think with increasing battery technology, better solar panels, like a lot of perovskite technology is getting better. Like this is going to happen. And we all hope Aptera is going to make it to market. And then Aptera there'll definitely be sales and revenue from that. So there will be a market from it. Maybe they're thinking that this is the potential market. They've done some consumer analysis and they're saying this is the potential market of solar vehicles. I'm not sure. The methodology was not clear. But I take this information with a large grain of salt.
2030. The Aptera is covered in solar panels, which according to the company can generate enough energy to drive up to 40 miles per day. For longer drives, it can be charged.
Okay, so see, they mentioned that, you can charge it. Now we understand. Up until now, people watching this segment could think that the only way to get fuel into the Aptera would be through the solar panels.
Just like a regular electric car. How fast does this car go?
0 to 60 in about 4 seconds, and the top speed's 110 miles an hour.
We took it for a spin to see how it handles San Francisco's steep terrain.
I have to say, it's doing a pretty decent job.
But while these cars...
Okay, and I think that's a throwback to, do you remember the other segment when there was a reporter, I think this was from NBC News, was driving up one of the hills in La Jolla in the San Diego area, and the car kind of shut down because of thermal problems. And, they didn't have the coolant lines hooked up. Well, now it's fine because it's going up a really steep hill in San Francisco. I mean, that's kind of old news, but good to see that it's going up hills, no problem. They kind of showed that multiple times after that, but here's another kind of national reporter driving up a giant hill.
Have plenty of fans. Steven Zoff, a former transportation official and Stanford researcher, says they may not be for everyone.
The trade-offs, very small, very lightweight, limited carrying capacity, are going to be deal breakers for a lot of U.S. customers.
Okay, I mean, so he's not wrong. The U.S. market is insanely overrepresented by very large vehicles. So trucks and SUVs are now 80% of new car sales in the U.S. as of 2023, and this number has only gone up. which, you know, I've kind of railed about that on this channel, how these things are just basically unsafe for everyone else, and in many ways unsafe even for the people in these large vehicles. They're just larger mass, more energy that needs to be dissipated. Many accidents are single vehicle accidents. There's rollover risk and things like that in these trucks and SUVs. And just because of the large hood, you know, there was a lot of research showing that a person in one of these large trucks or SUVs cannot see any small children if they were like you know, sitting or something like that, or if they were short enough, for up to 20 feet in front of them. And there have been a few tragic incidences of parents running over their own children who are playing in the driveway because they have these huge SUVs that they can't. There's just no visibility in front of them because of these large hoods. Anyways, I digress. Americans love large vehicles, and for solar vehicles to work, they have to be lightweight and small. And he says like limited carrying capacity. I mean, the weight capacity of the Aptera is relatively on the lower end, but it has a spacious trunk. You can carry a lot of stuff. It just can't be super heavy stuff. But it has a larger volume that you can carry. So that's useful. But it is a 2-passenger vehicle, which limits it to some people. People have this theoretical idea that they need to carry 5 people because that's what they're used to. But we know that the vast majority of trips are 1 person, and that's like I think the average vehicle occupancy in the U.S. is like 1.2 people. So on average, a 1-person vehicle is going to be good for the vast majority of trips. But anyways, yeah, he's not wrong. Americans love large cars.
Then, of course, there's the weather.
What happens if you live in a place like San Francisco, known for its fog?
Yeah, San Francisco is a great use case for the Aptera. In Southern California, we get about 11,000 miles of free driving a year. In San Francisco, Seattle, New York, you get more like 8,500 miles a year.
Solar cars, steering people towards a brighter future, where the best way to move forward is to look up. Itai Had, CBS News, San Francisco.
Okay. Well, I mean, overall, I thought it was great, and it's always good to get exposure. Again, it was on national TV. Hard to know how many people are still watching national TV news these days, but this 80,000 views in 2 days on YouTube is not bad either. And overall, they give good information. I did find the whole global solar vehicle market size little segment there a little dubious, but you know, it's gonna grow. I just don't know that it's $400 million this year. All right, well, let me know what you guys thought about the video, and especially what you think about this solar vehicle market size. Tell me if you think that they're right and how you think that they're right. I'm very interested in to hear that. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.